This is the speaking test of International English Language Testing System taking place on Friday, the 20th of September at Bilingual Learning Center. Center number BLC 367 and the candidate is Mashur Khan. The candidate number is 004697. The examiner is Jahid Mahmood Hussain and the examiner number is 596321. Good morning. So could I have your full name, please?
Full name is Mashur Khan.
So what can I call you?
You can call me Audrey.
So where are you from, Audrey?
I'm from Bogura, which is known as the capital of northern part of Bangladesh.
So as this is a practice test, so you don't need to show your passport. Now in this first part, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. So let's talk about collecting things. Do you like collecting things?
Yes, I do. I want to make a collection of watches. I'm so fond of watches, and I also want to make a collection of sneakers because I'm so fond of it. I like so much sneakers, and I want to make a collection in my home.
So are there any things you keep for childhood?
There are so many things I have kept from my childhood, such as I have a cycle. I have so many memories with it. I have it from probably 2014. So it's probably 10 years or a decade. So I really have so much memories with it. I have been using it for 10 years.
Where do you usually keep things?
I usually keep things in such a place where no one touches it or it has privacy at the same time. Uh, there's a less chance of getting it lost in this kind of thing. So maybe a drawer where I can lock it with a key. So these kinds of places I always try to keep my important things.
So would you keep old things for a long time?
Uh, no, I don't. It depends on the thing. If it's so important thing, then I always try to keep it for a long time. And if it's not that much important, then I don't keep it for a long time.
Okay, let's move on boring things. So what kind of things are boring to you?
There's so many things which are boring for me, such as any a certain topic which I'm not interested in, or anything I don't like it. These are the things I feel boring about.
So what do you do when you feel bored?
Whenever I feel boring, I usually go outside to talk with my gossip with my friends, or I go to rooftop. Otherwise, as I go to watch movies, or I prefer watching movies or doing any reading any books to remove my boredom.
So what is the most boring things that you did when you were a kid?
The most boring thing I did when I was a kid was going to any family function with my parents. So when I was a kid, I went to a family function with my parents, and my parents was constantly talking with my relatives, and there was nothing for me to do. So I was feeling so boring that when I was feeling like when they will stop talking and go to home so that I can play with my friends. So it was the time as a kid I feel so boring.
Some students consider that school is boring. So do you agree with this statement?
Yes, I strongly agree with them. School is really a boring thing because school is not as the school as before it was. Uh, so like school, there are so many changes in school. Nowadays, students only go to school for attendance. So there's nothing to teach about or nothing you can learn from your schools nowadays. There's something there's something should be changed on the school systems or curriculum. The teachers need to be more serious. They need to be more serious, and they also need to be more friendly with the students, so that the students will like the school's environment, or they will they will be get attracted to come to schools.
Okay, so now let's talk about weather. So what kind of weather does your hometown have?
Uh, my hometown is known as the known as the wed- known as the country of six weathers. though we can see mainly summer and winter. So we can see like warm summer and cold winter in the throughout the year, and a fair amount of rain throughout the year.
So do you like this type of weather?
Yes, I do, because having both kinds of weather is important. Because when you experience the warm summer, then when the cold winter comes, you can feel relief because of the cold. And after so many days passing by the cold winter, when the summer comes, you can also feel the summer feeling. So both are really important.
So do you prefer warm or cold weather?
To be honest, I prefer warmer weathers because in warmer weathers you can go outside, you feel more productive. But during cold days, you feel like more unproductive, and you almost of the time went spend your day in home, maybe under blanket and this kind of things. But there's some problems in summers also, like you'll sweat so much. But overall, I like the summer the most.
So some people believe that people should be able to choose the weather they like.
No, I don't think so, because if they had the power to choose their personal weathers, then some will choose the winter, some will choose the summer. And then at that moment, there will be like a huge argument like that. But I think the creator of weather is the should be the like should have the power to choose the weather, because he knows the best which weather is really suitable for us for our betterment.
Eh, Let's move on crowded places. So what types of places do you consider as a crowd place?
I usually consider bus stops and then markets, and also we can see more peoples on the like metro rails or other things, public transport stops, things like that.
So when was the last time you were in a crowded place?
Uh, Last time I was in a crowded places will be was in metro rail, where I experienced a really like hectic experience, where I saw so many people, and I was in a really crowded place, and people was constantly pushing me, and there was a showering. So overall the place was so bad, and the experience was so bad for me.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you topics and I would like you to talk about 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. So if you want, you can take notes. So your topics describe an old friend you had lost touch with and got in contact again. So this is your paper, pencil, and your question. Your time starts from now. Okay, now you have 1 to 2 minutes for this topic. So don't worry if I stop you. I will let you know when the time's up.
So in my childhood, I have experienced so many good experiences with my friends. Those are the friends who are the real ones, because they didn't have any intentions like this or that. So I had a friend whose name was Mahi, who was my one of my close friends from my childhood. But we have done so many activities together, such as we have created a YouTube channel where we used to upload short films and entertainment content and prank videos, like this kind of things. And we have also thought about our future plan, our future career of YouTube. We thought about when we'll hit 1,000 subscriber, we'll buy a cake to celebrate it, and then when we'll get the first money from YouTube, we'll buy a camera for our YouTube channel, and so many things like that. We also thought about creating a music band. So we had so many plans, but suddenly a day came when I came to know that he is changing his home. The most importantly, he will not be in the same city anymore. He is moving on to his hometown. So I feel so bad hearing this, and it was so disappointed for me because we had so many plans for future about our YouTube careers or something like that. But day passed, he went to his hometown, and because of the distance, it became so difficult to like get in contact with each other, and uh, and suddenly one day I felt the wave of nostalgia. It triggered me to find his account, social media account on Facebook, and I got his account from Facebook and I contact with him through online. So it was the moment I talked first. I talked with him after 1 or 2 years, and suddenly after 3 or 4 years, he came to our city for one of his work, and he came to visit us. At that moment, I met with him physically after 3 or 4 years. So it was a really happy moment for me because I'm seeing my childhood best friend after so many years, and I was looking forward to make more memories like we used to do it in childhood. So it was the time I get in contact with my best friend.
You, thank you. Could I have the paper? Oh, well, you have been talking about your best friend Mahi. Now I'm going to ask you some questions which are related to these topics. So, why do we have to give up some old friends?
It depends on like the preferences or your interest. Maybe you have when time passes by, your interests or your like passions changes also. So when you have an certain interest, so you made a friend who also had the same interest. But when time passes by, your interest changes, and that time you maybe lost your friend or things like that, or you don't communicate with him that much like before. So this is the time when you will lose contact with your old friends.
So, why do people need to make new friends?
uh, People needs to make new friends to increase their social network. So making new friends is a quite good experience because you are having the chance to meet with new people, and at the same time they might help you to enrich your personality, or like they will help you to grow your personal developments and help you in this kind of thing.
So, why do old friends lose touch with each other?
The old friends lost touch with each other. The reason behind, I think, is uh, they don't have this like they have been they used to study in the same school, but after school they moved on to another college or maybe another city. And if they're studying in the same college, maybe they're separated by subjects, because maybe one is studying in science and one is studying in commerce or arts. So these kinds of things them lost makes them lose in touch with old friends.
Okay, so do you think you are good at maintaining good relationships with others?
Actually, I don't think I'm so bad at this because I have a big ego, so I don't talk with some people that much. So to maintain a good relationship, if they want to maintain a good relationship, then I will talk with them. But I don't personally go to reach them to talk with them. I don't do this kind of thing.
So, is it better to have a lots of friends than just a few?
I always it depends, but I don't. I always prefer having few friends, but the friends should be the real one and the good one. So having 2 or 3 friends, 2 or 3 good friends, is really good to. So I prefer having 2 or 3 good friends over 10 or 15 bad friends. So again, having more friends is also important in some perspectives, such as having more friends, you will have the chance to meet with more people and gain more experiences and more help from others. but and increase your social network. But I think having two or three good friends is more good.
So, do you think friendship is
Obviously, friendship is important to help you to pursue your goals, and then they will stand by you on your tough times. They will make it easier for you, and they will help you to when you are feeling mentally unstable. They will help you to get stable, and and all of those things are dependent on a good friend. If the friend is good, then friendship is really important. But having friendship with a bad friends is it doesn't require.
Thank you. That is the end of your speaking.
Bilingual Learning Center, BLC, Bogura.